You are listening to the Main Event Moto podcast.
Hey, Joe.
Hey, buddy.
How you doing?
So good.
What episode is this?
208.
When you think of the number 208, what do you think of? Quick.
208. Main Event Moto is never late.
Always late. We'll get into that.
Always on time.
We'll get into that. Yeah, it's going to be a good show. It's been a while. The last show, wow. Woo, you hear my voice crack? Did you hear that, Joe, or no?
I heard that.
Doodling, or what are you doing?
Yeah.
Look at me.
I heard. I heard it. I didn't know. I thought it was rhetorical.
No, last show.
Last show was a good show.
A lot of response. Did it break the record? Most listened to show ever?
They got close.
So it's not there yet?
No.
It will be.
Not yet.
It's because all you weirdos listening to it twice because the moron that we had on that show. We got a moron on this one too, but
Damn
I like
right
him.
we do.
I like him a little bit better, mainly because of his name. Toolman Dan, what up, bro?
What's up? Missed you guys.
Did you listen to the last show?
I did, and I mean, I don't know. There was a lot of good things. You know, actually, I'm thinking about this now. There was a lot of good things said about Vincent on the Instagram. I actually didn't get any hate on Vincent this time. Nothing. Usually there's a handful, but I got nothing this time.
You think the French have learned to like Vincent, Joe? You think they like him now? You think they've just gotten past it and they're like, kind of like
All
him.
the French.
They got to like him by now, right?
They do like him now.
Like if you just take a relentless beating every single show, like you eventually just like, I think I like the guy.
If there's a show that the French dislike more than Main Event Moto, I don't know what it would be.
And there was some really good memes that got sent to me from that show that were not appropriate to post. So You guys know who you are. They were awesome.
Yeah, some of you sickos out there. It was a good show. It was super funny. The response was crazy. I still get people that thought it was a very funny one because Vincent he's my brother, man. Look, I just got to say he's always been a little off, okay? I knew it when he was little. He ate roly-polies when he was like 3. He literally did out in the front yard, mouthful of roly-polies, and I knew right then there was going to be issues all the way through.
Oh, that's right.
Who does that?
I don't know. Just ask him about it. I think he went back for seconds even, but I knew then that we were going to have a special one on our hands, and y'all know that now. It's going to be a good show. 208. Huge shout out to Fly Racing, Mika Metals, Motosport.com, Scott USA. Dan, are we doing? You post LQs, right? Those are questions?
Yes, I did.
Yeah, Scott USA. Yeah. No Toil. You going to lunch with Ryan this week?
I'm going to lunch with Ryan this week.
Okay,
Yep.
Good. Guts Racing, Andy Gregg, what's up? EMT Racing. Ooh, something huge on EMT Racing that I'm not allowed to say yet on this show, but something kind of rad that affects all of Northern California. I'll just say that right now. Blendzall, screen printing done. All-American Chevy of Clean. Olmi Creations, DRS suspension with Race Tech. Whew, plushness. And our friends at Utah Health. Make sure you get yourself some CBD so you can sleep wonderful like I do. Not like Dan, who doesn't sleep well.
I need to do something.
What's wrong with you, dude?
I have a lot on my mind right now.
Joe, do you have a lot on your mind?
A lot on my mind.
Nah, I ain't got shit.
Is that Judge Judy?
Yeah.
What is she on? She still has a show?
I think they're revamping it.
How rich is she?
She never ages.
Apparently she's loaded.
What would you think? Because, she's been at it forever. And, you got to imagine if it's that per episode rate, and she's just cranking them. Like, how much do you think she's worth, Joe? Throw a dart.
She's probably worth $100 million.
Because she's done other stuff, too, right?
Yeah.
Like, she's been smart with it, like Jay-Z.
Yeah,
What?
just like Jay-Z.
What?
That's what I think of. Judge Judy, Jay-Z.
That's what I think
That's
of.
what it is.
Making that money.
Yeah.
Dan, we got a lot to go over in this show. We got the listener questions. We have uppers and downers with some cool stuff. Some cool stuff. Like,
surprise.
Maybe the coolest thing that's really ever happened on this show, in my opinion. I feel like we're pretty nice. We try to give things out. I don't always follow through with sending stuff. We'll get into that. But luckily you're handling this one. But we have the coolest giveaway we've ever done on this show, and we're going to talk about it later in the show. But, Dan, your idea was let's scroll through the pits, talk about some changes that have happened, and just have a little bit of fun with some of the, I don't think it's fair to say B-level stuff, because these guys they're all A-level dudes, but B-level storylines as far as what's happening in the sport of Supercross, in the pits, some of the changes with riders and teams, and there's a whole bunch of that going on, Joe. And you have put on an old Supercross. What year is this? So the fans know what we're watching. Is Jamie Little hosting?
This is 2016 Anaheim.
Anaheim 2016, Jamie Little hosting, which is cool. They did that sometimes, Joe. I don't know if you kind of noticed that. They haven't done it in a while. Where they actually have like a host at a desk that handles like kind of in this weird hosting role. Jenny Taft did it a bunch. Jamie Little used to do it sometimes.
I like it.
I don't know why they did that, but it was cool.
It's like
look at those
professional.
armpits.
Which one?
Never mind.
Oh. Anyways, so Joe, you down to talk about some of the
Hell yeah, buddy.
other things going on in the pits?
Yeah.
All right. Well, Dan, why don't you throw a dart first? Who are we talking about?
Let's go to the Hep Suzuki team.
Why? Because Brandon.
Let's go, Brandon.
I knew you were going to do it. He's so predictable, Joe. He's so. I mean, it took him. How long are we into the show? How long are we in?
What is
3
this?
minutes?
Yeah.
I mean, aren't you guys a little surprised it didn't come out sooner?
5.
I'm surprised it's not the intro this week, Joe. Let's talk about the Hep Suzuki team. Dan, we were there last year at remember the pre-race deal at the Madeira Supercross?
So are they doing that again? I have to know. That was awesome.
I don't know, because that thing was all kind of last minute last year. I need to reach out to Tony Alessi. For those of you who are having a brain fade, last year we did the Madeira Supercross. Dan and I went down and watched as the Smart Top Bullfrog Spas team did I guess like a scrimmage somewhat with the HEP Suzuki team. They did heat races and moto. It was super rad. I think that was the coolest thing ever. Super foggy day, but they'll probably try to do something like that again. But yeah, as far as the team goes, Brandon Hartraff, 41. I saw his Instagram today, number 41. So when I see certain numbers, I'm kind of stuck on a certain rider. For me, it's
right?
Kennard. I mean, I can't think of anything but Trey Kennard with 41. But that'll be Brandon back second year on a 450 there, so no change. 7 Deuce on the team. I saw him a month ago down at DT1. He said all good. He was out riding some outdoor stuff, just kind of warming up. And then Bogle, Justin Bogle.
Good move, bad move. Is that a? I mean, honestly, I don't know. I don't think we're going to expect to see any better results on that bike
from Max Anstey is gone. Bogle takes his spot. Right. So, okay, we'll start there. Is it an upgrade? Is it a downgrade? Is it straight across? Is it?
I think it's straight across. I think it might be a little bit of a downgrade on the bike, maybe.
For him?
For him. But I think that he really enjoyed the Rocky Mountain team as far as the personnel and kind of the vibe around the team. And I think the Hep team has that same kind of vibe. Yeah. They're a pretty lighthearted team. So I think that will be the same. I just think that the bike.
What are you doing, Joe? What are you doing?
Rewinding this.
Did you ever see this?
This Dungy hit here.
Did you ever see this?
Yeah, I think so. This was the first year we did Main Event Moto, I think.
T-bones James Stewart
and
right here.
Full accident.
Kaboing.
Remember back then, people were saying like,
dude,
it was dirty.
It's straight comical how Stu just lays there. Like, I'm sorry,
Joe,
but it's funny.
He was out. Joe.
Watch,
Joe.
Boy, and then and then he just lays there.
Joe, I think he might
like a hang gliding accident. Oh shit, I'm dead. What an idiot!
That's kind of what it did look like.
Wedding crashes.
I was gonna say, Joe, I don't know if comical is the right word because he may have been taking a. I don't know.
All you Stu lovers, it was straight comedy.
Nah, that's harsh. I was thinking maybe it was like a, super dramatic.
Look at all the medical personnel around him. It's hilarious.
It's like he's sleeping through like a huge climate crisis presentation or something. It's weird.
So Bogle. So what? So what's your feeling on Bogle?
Okay, here's what I think on Bogle. Number one, I think it's cool for the team because he's a really good Supercross rider, and he hasn't had a chance to really show that in a while because the dude is like, I think he must have killed a bunch of cats when he was little or something because he's had the worst luck any human in the sport in a long time. I mean, the dude has been knocked out in first corners. He's been landed on.
The worst luck.
He has had the absolute. Remember he had a big one at Monster Cup in that front rhythm one. I mean, he has had the worst run ever. So I think it's cool for him to be in a good place right now, healthy, back on a Suzuki, which he's ridden. He's done well. Remember, he rode for the RCH team. I think, was he JGR too? Did he do both? I can't remember. But I like it for him because he gets to be the number one guy, which I think is huge for him. Like at Rocky Mountain, he was kind of like the second or third guy. He's like, it was, I wouldn't say a charity ride, but it was like, yeah, Bogle's cool. Let's give him a shot. But he wasn't the guy with all the attention and all that. We're over there. They're going to give it to him. He's going to be their guy. And I like it for the team because they get number 19 on the bike under the truck, a guy who, dude, can pull hole shots, He's won heat races.
Yeah,
he's won outdoors. Like, I think there's potential there for it to be really good for both of them. We just got to kind of wait and see.
I mean, he does get good starts, and I think that will be good for the team, to get the bike up front on TV. I think that's going to be really good. You think we'll see a Bogle 7 Deuce Deuce rap song together?
I never even thought about that.
Huh? Yeah.
Joe, how into that are you?
Dude, now you're talking.
You know what? 7 Deuce Deuce, some of his...
I'm surprised he didn't just shut the show off right there.
The new stuff, like this country stuff, is actually really good.
I will never, ever judge another musical artist, ever in a positive or negative, when I know them.
Okay.
Fair enough.
Well, I don't know either of them.
I'm not-
It's bullshit. I'm just kidding. I've said it before. I'll say it many, many times. Everybody knows. I'm not knocking the dude's hustle. Get your money, Playboy.
You just...
It was just,
You
dude.
just don't like white
I'm not the
rappers.
target demographic, so get your money, pimping.
All right. So Max Anstey goes from HEP to...
Rocky Mountain.
Rocky
So a
Mountain.
swap. Okay, so which team, let's play this game, team and then rider. Team. Which team is getting the better deal on the switch?
I would say...
Indoors, Supercross
Man.
first, because if you talk outdoor, I think Anstey's going to be pretty good
I
next
think
summer.
he's going to be really good.
But let's just talk indoor because that's what's coming next. Indoor. Anstey was good last year too. Let's not act like he wasn't, dude, knocking out solid 10 through 12s all season. I mean, he was super consistent, got better as the year went on. We can't treat him like he's not a Supercross guy anymore. He was pretty good last year.
Yeah, I think he will probably be better on the bike. And I think with the little bit more experience that he has going into this season, I think he'll be better as well. But skill-wise, Supercross, I think Justin Bogle has more skill on a Supercross track than Anstey.
Okay.
For some reason, Bogle, man, I don't know if he's out of shape or what the deal is, or if he has a lot of nagging injuries that prevent him from going the distance. But he gets out there and he gets a good start, and then all of a sudden he drops anchor like fairly quickly. And that is a little bit strange for somebody that won a lights title and is a really good Supercross rider. So
A really good outdoor. He's won a 450 outdoor.
Yeah.
Didn't he win Buds or Unadilla or one of those two a couple years back? So, but that, I mean, I'm assuming that's coming off of some injury and just a lot of rough stuff all in a row. That's why I'm thinking maybe this is good because he seems to be healthy. He's having fun on the bike. He's at a place again where he's going to get a lot of attention. I think he liked the Suzuki when he was on it. He had a lot of success on that brand. I think the bike's like the exact same, probably.
Yeah.
So I think it's a pretty even trade. I think Rocky Mountain's getting probably someone that's proven more recently to be solid.
yeah,
And HEP is getting a rider who might have a little bit higher of a ceiling on individual nights. I would say Anstey probably beats him overall in points when it's all said and done, but I can see Bogle doing more on individual nights, on a Triple Crown or leading some. I feel like he's that kind of guy. So I kind of feel like it's an even trade, and both should be happy. I would think Rocky Mountain's getting a third guy, which again, we're going to get to McElrath. He's on that team too. They're getting a third guy, so their roster's pretty good.
yeah.
And then for HEP, I mean, you went from Max Anstey, who is good, but he's not a Supercross guy, to now a 250 champion. I mean, your roster is improving little by little. Probably not at the pace they would want, but they're also a Suzuki team, and there's not much improvements at the pace they would want to the manufacturer. So I feel like it's an overall good move for the HEP team because they're chipping away and getting closer to where they want to be, which is lower numbered guys with a better resume, with maybe a little more high ceiling. So
Two things that's strange. Well, one thing I do want to shout out to Ryan Hughes, because Ryan Hughes, he was a mechanic for Let's Go Brandon last
Ryan
year.
Hughes.
The real one or the fake one?
The real.
our Ryan,
The real one.
Which is the real one.
RH2
Yeah.
too.
But he's working for Jet Reynolds at Pro Circuit.
Yeah, Pro Circuit, dude. How about that? Our guy RH2 too makes it to
Stepping up.
PC.
Love it.
Happy for him, dude. That's awesome.
But going back to Suzuki, I stay pretty connected with what's going on with bikes and what's coming out.
Big Vital guy.
Oh my god!
What? They got an Instagram post of you, dude. You're their guy.
Okay,
You and
That's
Jacob
awesome.
Hayes. You and Jacob Hayes.
Jacob
Vital
Hayes.
guys.
Jacob Hayes doesn't know what he's doing. He's testing either.
What are you talking about? Because you don't like yeah. So Jacob Hayes, who will be on the show here soon, did I think it was the 450 test?
Yeah, he ranked the Cowie like 4th and 5th or something like that. What is wrong with him?
Should have been 6th.
Anyhow, Suzuki, you usually will hear rumblings like, oh yeah, Suzuki's got something in the works. And we started hearing that a while back.
Yeah, we haven't heard that in a while.
No, either they're getting ready to pull the most massive like surprise on everybody, or there really is nothing coming.
Joe, what if Suzuki is like, you guys have your fun with these engines. We're going to develop the sickest electric bike ever, and when it drops, we're going to be the first to the gate with the electric bike. They're working on those little tiny cars they got over in Asia. Maybe they're just like, you know what? You guys have this decade. We're going to get the next decade.
It's possible.
It could be a master plan.
Suzuki's a massive
I'm going to
company.
lean towards that's not what's happening, and I think nothing's happening, but I just think that'd be cool.
There's that movie with Kevin James and what's his face? The tall guy from Wedding Crashers. What's his name? Vince Vaughn. Mm-hmm. Where they make a electric car, but it sounds like a V8, a legit one.
What movie?
I don't know, some sort of romantic comedy bullshit. But I wanted to ask you guys, like, if the electric bike sounded cool, would you be a little more into it? If they could make it sound like...
See,
it's not like just a chain slapping?
Exactly, yeah. Not just a silent... but like, if they made it sound like an actual 450 or even a two-stroke or whatever.
So BMW has a car out right now. It's a full electric car that does... It's their high-end sports car that has that engine sound. It's super cheesy. For me,
it might make it worse, Joe.
For me, I can't. I really don't know when we go electric. That might be it for me, because there's something about listening into the engine,
the smell, the fuel,
the smell of the fuel, being able to actually feel the engine. Where those, I don't know. Maybe it's going to be the coolest thing ever, but I still cannot wrap my head around it.
I can't believe I steered us this way. I apologize to all the listeners for taking this. We
don't have to deep dive it. I was just curious if you guys would be cool with if it sounded good, because Dan, it sounds like the sound is a big deal to you.
It is very.
It is to me. I'd put it on my priority list as important. For me, the most, I guess, what intrigues me about this sport more than anything in the world is the racing. So we're watching right now as Trey Kennard puts Ryan Dungey to the ground at Anaheim.
He's like, this is for Stu.
Yeah, that's for what you did to James. But for me, the racing, the battling, that's what does it for me the most. So if the electric bike thing happens, and I as much as I don't like it,
if they were doing it on horses, you'd be cool with it.
Oh, they're slamming each other on horses. Yeah,
it's going to be like going to a baseball game, and you can hear like the fans and hooting and hollering and having conversations. And then you hear just a bunch of chain slap.
Well, it's like the 50 race was last year. I don't like it. I don't like it. And I've said this on this show. I'll say it again, and then we'll move on. I'm all about the electric bikes as long as they don't interfere and take over what we have at the pro level. I just do. I don't think that would be cool. It would take the cool out of it. So I think they should exist. I think it's rad that the little mini ones exist. I think it's great for that. But if this thing works its way into pro racing to where, we're just going to stop making 454 strokes or 250, then I have a problem with it. So I hope it exists, and I hope it coexists with what we have now.
I think it's cool for fun, for hobby, for a little bike you're going to have at home. But I'll go on the record here. I think it's horrible, and I detest the idea of it being used at a professional Supercross.
I agree, Joe.
Yeah, I would have to say I agree with that.
Steer the shit back.
Yeah, back to what we're talking about. Suzuki, yeah, never mind. They're not making an electric bike, dude. They haven't upgraded the 450 in 5 years. They're not upgrading.
So McElrath is going to Rocky Mountain.
Yeah, were you surprised by that?
Yeah, actually, I'm actually a little surprised that he's not back on MCR because he got injured, and he didn't get a full season on that bike. So I was really thinking that he was going to.
You just thought he'd just go back.
Give
another shot.
Because it seemed like a good fit for him.
Yeah,
and where he's at.
But the timing wise is weird too. Because remember that team was talking, they might be done. They might be going to do arena cross. There was word that they were maybe just done.
Yeah,
and that's what I thought was going to happen.
That was a solid. That was for sure.
That was like real talk. It wasn't like, I heard from a guy at the bar. That was happening.
There was team members that were bummed at Salt Lake City because
they thought they were done. So if you're him, obviously maybe those conversations die off if there was a chance to come back and stay there. So he goes over to Rocky Mountain team, which again for them, it's weird because I guess I'm trying to think. Did they only have Bogle and Joey last year? Is that it? Just the two? So they lose Bogle. Get rid of Bogle, lose Bogle, however you want to word it. They get Shane and Max Anstey. So that's a pretty big reload for a team that, again, doesn't have any A-listers on it, but has now 3 solid B-lister guys. And again, don't take that the wrong way, people. I'm not saying B-lister in any way other than where you sit in the pecking order. These are not top 5 guys, okay? 6 to 12 guys. That's a pretty solid team.
It is a very solid team. And Joey gets good starts. Shane gets good starts. And we'll see what Anstey
I just hope
does.
Shane's...
So again, they could put bikes up front.
I just hope his back's fine. I mean, a lot of people give him a hard time over his back issue. Remember that year in the 250?
Yeah.
And I understand the reasoning and the timing and all that, but that was real. He had real back issues going on there, and he's had them since, and it's cost him a lot. So I hope people realize that side of the argument, the pointing out of the 250 thing, yes, that existed, but that's not all the way fair. The dude had some real legit back issues that he's had now for like 3 years. So
backs don't ever get better.
Never.
You can get them fixed and do whatever you want with them, but they never get better, and they never are what they were before you injured it.
Right.
So
I like HEP's team. I heard they were going to try to maybe bring another guy onto the team. I can't remember who I heard. I don't want to say something that's incorrect, so I'll just move on. But I think they're trying to bring another guy onto, a 4th guy, to go with Brandon, Bogle, 7 Deuce Deuce, and then I think another. So I think they'll have 4. Rocky Mountain will have 3. What are their changes?
So MCR.
And so Brayton's back.
Yep.
With the Smart Top team.
I love
Joe,
that.
Here's what I love about it, Joe, and I want your opinion, because I'm pretty sure you're going to be on the same page with me, because I think we've talked about this in other sports. Brayton is doing 1 more year. It's no longer if I'm feeling good, I'm going to keep it. He's doing 1 more. It's announced. We can celebrate him now, right? No matter what happens on Saturday nights, we can celebrate Justin Brayton because he's had a great career. He's a freaking spokesman. A guy's incredible. And we know he's leaving. So isn't it cool that you can actually celebrate a guy on the way out instead of like he disappears or whatever? Like bag it. Like whatever happened, no one knows. Like he's just gone. And it's like that sucks for fans of him and fans of the sport. Brayton's like, hey, this is my last year. And I personally like that. And I kind of think we talked about that before, right? Don't you like that?
Yeah, I'm sure we have. I do appreciate the farewell tour. I think it's a classy move, and I think it's a way to give the fans a chance to show their appreciation for you at the different venues, at the different tracks. And that way, no matter what happens, like you just said, every weekend, it'll be something memorable about his career to look back on. And hopefully the production company will actually pay a little homage to him.
I bet they will. I know they really like him, and they're big on that. So I would bet there'll be a lot of Brayton this year and celebrating him. And not only him, but Marvin Muscan, too, who signed a 1-year extension with KTM, but it's only for Supercross.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's all the way done. I've heard little things about him maybe wanting to go to the GPs, or I haven't heard that one is solidified career ender. Like this is it, but it looks like it's probably it here.
Yeah.
So, and I like that too, Joe. We get to celebrate Marvin. Vincent could come in here 3 or 4 times in the season and celebrate his favorite rider.
But yeah, and just to clarify on that too, if you do that as an athlete, that's it. You cannot come back. If you come back, then it's all for nothing.
It's like
a bunch of bullshit.
How many times has Kiss the band the farewell
Motley
tours
Crue.
like every single year?
Yeah, a lot of farewell tours and all that shit. It ends up cheapening.
Until one of them runs out of money.
Your thing.
Motley Crue is like, it's our last one, guys.
Yeah,
and then all of a sudden,
one of us is broke.
And then one of them, Vince, is broke, and then they're like, all right, let's go make another.
Which I think
40
maybe
million.
subconsciously that's why a lot of guys don't do an official farewell tour as an athlete, because it makes it a little more final.
Yeah.
Okay.
I appreciated Kobe doing his and other.
So did I.
But a lot of athletes don't, because it's kind of like, if you go away quietly, you kind of leave the door open.
Okay, you're okay. Then you just walked into something, Joe. Who are we watching on screen right now?
Dungy.
No.
Oh, you mean like right this moment?
Yeah, right there.
Yeah.
Who's on that Yamaha right there? Who's number 22?
Reedy.
Did Reed ever officially retire?
Exactly.
Is Reed racing the Paris Supercross in a couple weeks? Is Reed going to be 40 this year? Is it the year 2022? I'll put $50 on it right now to either one of you two. Chad Reed will race at least one Supercross this year.
Oh, I think he races more than one.
Okay, because Joe, you want?
No, I don't think
I'm in
that
for a
bet.
handful.
I think
Yeah.
I see him. Wait until we get a couple injuries. Like, let's thin it out. I don't see him in Anaheim 1, dude. I don't see him there. I see him, or maybe there hanging out, but I see Chad Reed getting 1 or 2 this year.
Like in the middle of the season.
Yeah, like wherever he wants to go. Like, where does he love? Chad. Daytona, possibly. I could see Chad racing this year because think about it, Joe.
San Diego.
He'll be in February. Yeah, San Diego gets podium. He'll be 40 in February. It's the year 2022, and I think he's like that. I think he's kind of like one of those
22,
simple kind of guys.
Yeah.
He's going to be 40, which
he's
is
the real deuce.
Yeah. So I mean, put it this way: RJ Hampshire wants permanent number 22. Like he's told me that multiple times. He said, whenever Chad's gone, I'm taking it because that was his amateur number. He wants it, and I hit him up like a month ago, bro. We taking 22, and he said no. Chad wouldn't give it up. Why wouldn't Chad give it up?
Yeah,
why?
Coming back.
Because he's going to race one, Joe.
Why, Chad?
But honestly, Chad did do his farewell tour, and then COVID happened, and it wasn't a proper send off.
But it wasn't a true farewell tour because he never said it. He never said farewell until the final race. Him and Ellie rode around the track. They did this thing, and it was so unfair for him. I mean, he's one of the legends of the sport, and his final race is in Salt Lake in the middle of the day with no fans.
Yeah,
that's just
sucks.
cheap for him. He deserves better than that, and he can't just come back and the honorary opening ceremonies. I don't think he's built that way. I think he's gonna race. Chad's gonna race. He's gonna do one. So no bets.
Come on,
guys.
come on.
What?
You said one.
At least one. I mean, maybe more.
How many does he do, Joe?
Shit. I would think one, honestly.
One.
Yeah.
I go 3.
Unless he doesn't make the main at that one, then he has to do 2. It's so weird to say, but
that's a lot of risk.
It is, but I'll tell you this right now. Jacob Hayes was back east last week and raced Chad and said it was all he could handle. He said Chad's not in shape right now. He's not in great shape. And he said Chad was flying. And he's all back, riding with his kids. He'll be there. I think
so.
Okay, so we got Marv celebrating his last year, back with KTM on a 1-year Supercross deal. I like that for him. Brayton's final year, and then Chad's final race. We agree on that?
Yeah.
Okay.
SGB was Kawasaki. They are moving to Hondas.
Yes, I mean Honda's got that new model. They need it, thoroughly tested. So let's put A-Ray on it and see, stress test the machine. Obviously, he's destroyed enough Kawasaki's. It's time to destroy some Hondas.
But thank you. He will destroy the Hondas.
And by the way, I'm just kidding,
everything.
Alex. Chill. I say it all with love.
But he does destroy everything.
He does destroy bikes. So, but he is on a Honda. Do you think that's better for him? And take you out of it.
I don't know. A-Ray is, for me, A-Ray is A-Ray. No matter what he's on. I don't think so.
Clayson switched to Honda too, right? They're on the same team together?
Yes.
Oh,
yep.
That seems weird.
I think that'd be good.
$50, they fight at some point.
I was going to say, do you think they stay out of each other's hair?
No.
Well, Jason over there, the team owner, he's going to have his hands full with those two.
Yeah, he can handle it. That dude's been through some stuff.
He's awesome.
He can
He's
handle
a good dude.
A-Ray and Cade. Club MX, Alex Martin, 450. I just did a Beyond the Track with him last week. Yeah, what do you think of that one? Joe, did you influence that? Or did you tell Alex it's finally time to move up? Or did he do it on his own without Dad's permission?
All on his own without Daddy.
So did you learn about it? Are you and him not cool? Did you learn about it on the internet?
I learned about it on the internet. It's bullshit.
He didn't even call you?
Nope.
Dang.
I like it for him. I think he's at the point where, why do another year in the 250 class and just, I don't know.
What's your expectation for him, though, on the 450, honestly?
I hope this isn't offensive, but I'll throw a dart around 15th.
That's exactly what I was going to say. 15th.
I don't know if he has more. I mean, certain nights maybe better than that, but I would say on average 15 to 17.
Yep, that's exactly what I'm thinking.
Which is fine. I think for him, a full year, 17 rounds, racing 450, I think it's great. I think it's great for this chapter. He's obviously still motivated to race, but probably just burn out of riding 250 class and weeding up. I think he just wants to do it different, and I think that's good for him and good for the team.
So, and then Phil's going to be on a 250, right?
Yeah, which...
that seems ass backwards.
Look, by the way, last show, Joe, I said that I thought the Vince Free-seated 250 thing was dead in the water. I don't know how it's not. It should be by the rules, but somehow it's not. He's racing 250s.
Really?
It's really happening.
That's official.
Yeah, there's Instagram videos of him on the bike.
And he looks good.
Nice. Oh, of course.
And Dan thinks he's got a chance at the title.
He's a good racer, top 30 in the nation.
Yep. I would like Phil and Vince on the same coast. So since I've already had one prayer answered, It's time to take it one step further, Joe. I want Phil Nicoletti on the same coast with Vince Freese in the 250 class.
I'm here for that.
So, Joe,
do you realize they'll literally come down to me from the booth, Daniel, what do you got? And I'll be like, oh, I wasn't paying attention. I'm watching Vince and Phil off screen right now. So get back to me when they're on screen and I'll have something for you, but just otherwise don't talk to me. I will be watching every inch of the track if those two are ever in a race together. Ever.
Joe, how far off base am I saying that Freese could be a title contender?
Ooh.
You just lost the respect of any fan that
I know
respected
because everybody that knows that I've said that has like called me an idiot, and I might be an idiot, but
How far off base? I would say way far off base.
Really?
Yeah.
Dude, he gets good starts and he's got experience. He may not have the raw speed as the young kids, but he doesn't crash. He's pretty smooth.
The only I would
and
say
he gets good starts.
I would say I'll go out on a limb right now and say he doesn't get one top 5 unless he somehow takes them all out.
That would be the only.
That would be the way.
The outlying situation.
That would be the way.
I'm being optimistic, okay?
I think all day long, 6 through 10. Remember when Chisholm dropped down a couple years ago and he was solid, like 8-9 guy, just like all the time on that Yamaha? I think you're going to see a lot of that.
Yeah.
8, 9, 10, 7, 8, 9, 10. Maybe stinks a 5 if he can somehow put 3 or 4 down at one time.
That new Honda
Which is
250, that thing's good. It's a good bike.
We'll get into that in later shows. I have insight that I'm not allowed to share yet on that thing, but we'll get there. What else changes-wise? Changes. Benny Bloss, he is now with Team Tedder.
I did not hear that.
Yeah. So Tedder is now Benny Bloss.
I'm actually surprised that Tedder is continuing.
I think they just like it. You know what I mean?
I mean, they must. I think they just like to meet at the races, right?
I think they like it and enjoy it, and they can afford it, and they like to put a team together. I know they care. Like when I've talked to them, they're into it. They really care. So I didn't hear much about it, and I don't even know if it's officially out yet, but that's pretty much official.
Wilson is going to be at Husky, correct?
Yeah, that's the same
deal.
The only, what's crazy is the 250 class this year. Like no changes, and is there any? Reynolds moved up.
Got
Jordan Smith going to the Muck-Off Honda team to be teammates with Jarrett Fry, with Martin Davalos as a team manager.
Dude, that might not be bad.
I talked to Jordan, and Jordan's a good dude. You guys got to remember that guy almost won the title twice.
Yeah.
And has had really, really bad injuries to his hand and wrist and thumb, like things that just won't heal. And he says he's in a way better spot now than he's been for a couple of years, and he's optimistic that he's going to be in the clear and can be able to race
I would
this year.
like to see him rebound.
Me too. He's a good dude.
He is.
Literally has had some bad injuries. So.
Yeah.
All right. Before we move on, any A-level deals that we talked about last show, Dan, that you have an opinion on? Just
one real quick, just because I've heard this question asked a million times. How do we think Danger Boy is going to do? Danger Boy is not racing Supercross this year.
No. Guys, he's like in the pipeline. He's a year behind Romano. He's
2 years out.
A couple years away.
Yeah.
And he's going to be good. I have 2 bets out right now. I think he'll win a Supercross title, and I have 2 very prominent people in the industry that bet me $100 that he will never win a 250 Supercross title, which I find to be absurd. I think he wins multiple. Like people want to crap on him because they can't stand the hype, and people say he's a Lessie 2.0, and I get it. I see what people don't like. Don't take away the fact that the kid is phenomenally good on a motorcycle, and he's riding for Star. So it's easy math. The kid's gonna have a really good shot at it, and I think by the time his 8, what's that?
I just said quick maths.
Oh, quick maths.
Yeah.
When that kid gets into his 18, 19, 20, he's going to win titles.
The thing that he has going for him that most of the kids do not is he started riding Supercross at a very young age.
Yeah, he's like 6.
And so his Supercross skills, I think, are going to be a step above everybody else. I agree. In that next era.
You all watch him on outdoor, and you're like, he's really good.
Shit. He ain't winning shit.
Are you taking that stance?
Yeah,
You're one of them?
Yep.
We'll race rider.
Hater,
we'll
bro.
All the time.
I'm a hater. And his dad's a
dude. Oh, man. Maybe if your dad... Did you ever see that video?
Hey, Brian Deegan's pretty proud of that Yamaha 450.
He is. It's a good bike. It's an upgrade for everyone that...
What was your question about A guys?
Just if you had anything.
I mean... I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I got some stuff.
Want to save it for the preview show?
Sure.
Okay. So, preview show. Joe, let's take a commercial break. We'll come back. Uppers and downers. We still got listener questions. And it'll be a pimpin' good time.
Main Event Moto.
All-American Chevrolet in Killeen, Texas is a proud supporter of Main Event Moto and invites all the Motoheads to experience the difference for all of your Chevy sales and service needs. Mention Main Event Moto and get 50% off your next oil change and a front-end alignment at no charge. Remember, whether you're hauling your bikes to the weekend track, trail, or race, or commuting to the job that pays for your moto habit, we have the truck to get you there in style. Visit us online anytime at ChevyKilleen.com. That's All-American Chevrolet of Killeen. Chevy, find new roads.
Look good? Check. Protection? Check.
Fly Racing has had the gear game on lock for years, but the Formula helmet has taken Fly to another level. They didn't just make a high-quality helmet, they redefined the standard for the most important piece of safety equipment on a rider's body.
Use your head and protect your head. Run the Fly Formula helmet.
Then cover the rest of your body in Fly's Evolution and Kinetic gear lines.
Easy decision.
There's a reason I run DRS suspension and Race Tech hard parts with Mika Metals chains, bars, and sprockets on Evans 65. First off, DRS suspension settings work everywhere. I haven't changed a clicker since I put them on. Maybe it's the internals from Race Tech that give it that extra something.
American-made products with a 100% guarantee. You don't see that every day.
Yeah, the DRS Race Tech combo works for me. And what can I say about Mika?
First off, they've been with us since the beginning.
The quality of their bars is top of the line, and Mika is the only chain and sprocket combo I run. Motoheads, get with the program. It's DRS suspension, Race Tech, Mika Metals.
Say it again.
It's DRS suspension, Race Tech, Mika Metals. Is that good, Joe?
Yeah.
Main Event Moto Podcast.
Uppers and
Nope, time
downers,
out.
Joe. What?
Joe forgot the ooey.
Yeah. What are you doing?
Ooh, wee.
I can't get going until I hear it.
Yeah, dude.
Sorry.
How are we supposed to start a segment without
I
that?
was distracted by the race we're watching right here. This is
What is this
2017 Anaheim 1. Just kind of going through an Anaheim 1 chronology here.
Nice. Getting
Joe,
ready.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Did you see the new business that's right down the street?
The
I have
new business
questions.
down the street?
It's brand new. The shopping center right here behind you.
No.
It's the place's name is KREAM with a K.
Oh, hell yeah.
And all the
Oh,
Hold on,
yeah,
stop.
yeah,
Hold
yeah.
on. What are the options with cream? Donuts would be one. Donut shop.
Donut
That's a
shop.
possibility.
Yep. Donut shop.
That's the only thing I can think of.
Ice cream shop, maybe.
Ice cream
Yeah.
shop.
Okay, so you want me to keep going?
What is it, Dan?
I don't know, but
You said the windows are blacked out?
No. The windows are purple. Everything's
man.
purple,
Definitely a donut shop.
and then it has a woman on the door.
What is she doing?
I don't know. I didn't get that close, but I just was asking.
What
Joe.
is it,
Maybe
Joe?
he knew.
It's right down there.
I think it's a place where the
Looked
owner
very suspect.
of the New England Patriots like to go.
oh, Robert Kraft owns
Robert
it.
Kraft likes to go there.
Sweet.
No, actually, I'm just kidding. KREAM is a haircutting place for black chicks.
For real?
Yeah. You
Oh.
racist piece of shit.
I thought it was a donut shop.
I legit had a question.
Yeah, what are you
It
talking
looked
about?
a little
It's
weird.
for black women.
I thought it
Okay.
was a
You
donut shop.
racist pieces of shit.
I don't
That's
even know
funny
how to
because-
move on from
that's
this.
funny
I feel
because-
like I'm under attack for something I never thought of, Joe. Like,
But hold on,
must be 2021 and
the
in
lady
America.
on the door was white though.
That's not true.
I'm fairly confident.
You could be as confident as you want. I drive by there every day. It's not true, Dan.
Okay.
She is
can't-
a woman
I
of
don't know.
color.
I can't
Anyhow,
wait to drive
She is
by
a
on the way home.
BIPOC.
What is that?
I don't know what that is. It's something like something person of color.
I get scared when
our Virginia Motoheads. They got an awesome lieutenant governor now.
Here it goes, Joe.
Awesome.
Why you got to do that?
Jeez.
Why you why
You
you got to
teed me up.
why you got to put the little bait out for the little goldfish?
Well,
you
Winsome.
knew he was going to bite that. All right. Can we move on to uppers and downers, Joe? Do the jingle.
Uppers and downers brought to you by EMT Racing.
Hey, before we get into this, Joe, do you have anyone, and maybe it's me, do you have anyone that sends you DMs of like either funny things or stories or whatever, and you're like, huh, already seen that, pal? Like, do you have anyone that's like that person to you that's always like a day late?
All of them.
A day late DMer?
All of them. Every single time.
So my wife, bless my wife, she thinks she sends me stuff all the time, and I always write back like LOL or haha, or like oh my god, and it's like I already seen that.
Like a week ago, babe.
Yeah, but I don't want to. Yeah, but I don't want to be like.
Same here, buddy. We all do it. Trust me. All of our chicks send us things days late.
It'll be like,
and they think they're showing you something.
Yeah, and then she'll be like, "Did you see it?" And I get home, she'll be like, "What'd you think of that?" And I'm like, "Oh, that was so good."
So good.
In the back of my head, I'm going,
Yeah. You're a meme lord, babe.
"Yeah, I was over that 48 hours
You're
ago."
a shit posting meme lord,
Yeah,
babe.
she is. So
You got the internet on lock.
I just got one. Do you remember the video? Do you see the video of Barstool where the people are tripping on the basketball court because they didn't know it's a different level and they're all tripping?
Yeah.
Like a while ago, right?
Uh-huh.
She just sent me that one, and I wrote back, LOL. Because, I mean, I don't want to
Perfect.
break
You're
her
a good
heart.
husband.
I don't want
Yeah.
to break her heart.
Yeah.
But you think I should one of these days sit
No,
down?
never, ever, ever, never, ever, ever.
So just run with
Just
that.
go with it, buddy. It's a small price to pay and a minor sacrifice. Keep peace in
You
your
think
home.
she feels good when she
I do.
sends?
It makes her feel good. Yes.
She's like, I can't wait to send my man this.
Don't bum her high. Don't break her spirit.
It might be the only thing that we have in common right now. Is that we
Kings,
laugh
you need
at
to lift
memes.
your queens up. Don't tear them down. Lift them up.
What if the queen's driving you nuts?
Well, that's when you just smack them in the face with your hand, closed into the shape of a fist.
That is not
Joe is so
what
inspirational.
you do, Joe. Yeah, you're not a great influence on my relationship with my wife at the moment. If I usually like your advice. I'm going to sit that one out.
All right, man. You do you.
All right, uppers and downers. I will blitz through mine really quickly. I'll go downer first. Did get a listener email, and obviously, person's going to know that I'm talking about them. I would never say their name or what they said, but
We suck.
yeah, we just us not being as consistent, Joe, and I don't know. You seem like in a really like sassy mood right now, so I don't know if I'm going to let you answer this
better
because you
not.
saw the email and you probably would be mad. So I'll take
No,
it.
it's not a big deal, honestly. I just think.
Can you say it nice? Because you just seem
Yeah, I
like you're
do.
like ready to pop
no,
off. So
no,
be
no.
nice.
It
to
is
this
totally.
guy.
I understand. Like we put out a good show and it's fun. And if there was a podcast out there that I listen to regularly and they for some reason stopped putting out shows on a weekly basis, I would be concerned and kind of pissed off too. But we addressed it at the beginning of the off season and said that we were going to be slowing down the number of shows we put out because it's the off season. And unlike just random topical shows, our show is about something very specific.
Yeah.
The sport of racing a dirt bike. And
That's not happening right now.
And specifically two dirt bike sports. I know there's several others, but we cover Supercross and Motocross. We don't cover Enduro Cross. And I know Daniel does and he loves
Listen,
it, but
once you-
I've tried, buddy. I've really tried.
you-
So anyway, there's obviously nothing really going on. And specifically, again, if you want to narrow it down even more, Supercross and Motocross in the United States.
Right.
And so
Wow.
this is our off season.
Didn't even think about that. But the GPs are still going, but we don't cover that.
We announced it. This is the off season. We're going to be doing like one show a month during the off season. And we apologize. It is what it is. But
Yeah.
believe me, when the season starts back up, we're going hot and heavy and we're doing it more than once a week. Surprise, surprise, surprise.
Surprise, surprise. Guess what? 2 shows next year per week. Maybe even 3. Got
That's
another
the truth.
idea that I'm working on. So all I got to say is my heart was hurt a little bit.
Likewise.
It hurt my feelings because I try really hard, but at the same time, we can't keep up with that kind of regiment in the off season when there's nothing to talk about. And we have a hard time faking it, dude. That's it. We've done it before. A couple years ago, Joe, we did one every week of it was just can't. It's just like like you said, we're a very direct show with what we cover. And when that's not in season, it's just, we're going to do our best so we can hang with y'all. But like, just don't be upset with us, man. It was a little harsh. Hurt my feelings a little bit. But anyways.
Me too, buddy.
That's my downer. My upper is, and I know I said it on the show, but I didn't really give the details. Eagle Grit is now carried by Western Power Sports. So we have nationwide distribution now, which is like, I mean, it's a big, huge step. And just getting some numbers this last week, and Dan, it's going really, really good.
Because it's the best stuff on earth.
I know, I'm stoked. So our hand cleaner, our hand wipes, our bike wash, our degreaser. By the way, if you're out there right now, I want you all to understand, my yellow bike wash is for the bikes. The pink degreaser is not for the motorcycles.
Did somebody use it?
I've had people just buy it, and I've had to like email them and say, "Hey, what are you using this on?" And they're like, "For my bike." And I'm like, "No, don't." It's super high pH level, which means it will etch aluminum. It'll ruin paint. Do not use the pink gallons for the dirt bikes. It's for shop floors and heavy duty stuff. So
Yeah, you guys like some of our farm equipment guys.
yes,
That the pink stuff is awesome for.
it's great for what it's supposed to be used on.
Yeah.
Not the motorcycle. But so yeah, it's a positive. I'm super stoked. Sales are going well. I've got, I think, 40 or 50 of the reps from Western have hit me up and given them samples. So if you want some Eagle Grit stuff, you can go to your dealership now and request it. They can get it right from Western Power Sports. And I mean, it would mean a lot to me if you did. Go to your local dealer and tell them to carry it. Get yourself some. If you're a dealership listening in right now, order it up. Hit up your Western Power Sports rep and look it up. Eagle Grit is now available, Western Power Sports. And I'm
Everybody always
proud.
asks me how I keep my bike so clean. Here's the secret, guys. Well, one of the secrets.
well. First off, is he rides one lap a night. Bike doesn't get that dirty.
I actually did ride one lap at Hangtown the other day. One lap and loaded
Went
up
home?
and went home.
Why?
Yeah. Dude, it was so gnarly.
Oh, they had bumps. That sucks.
No. We had that
Joe,
10 inches of rain.
There was a rut.
Oh, no. There was
Dan
a
went home.
million ruts past my foot peg.
I don't like the hate you get on that, Toolman Dan. I appreciate your dedication and
You know
passion
what?
for the sport.
Here's it is. I ride to have fun. And if I'm
Exactly.
not going to have fun, I don't want to ride.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
Plain
buddy.
and simple.
You're not out there to prove
No,
yourself.
I'm not.
You
I'm
don't
too
got
old.
nothing to prove.
No, I don't. So if I'm not going to have
You got
fun,
a big old
I load
swinging
up and I go
dick.
home.
Hey, you guys want to finish the show together? You want to go on a date after? Go over to Cream.
I love Joe.
Get a donut.
How dare you speak of cream?
Why don't you two hold hands and walk down to Cream and get a donut? And you can talk about Dan's riding career. A lap a day.
I would gladly do that, sir. There's
Lap a day
nothing.
keeps
There's
the
no
dirt
one more
away.
I'd rather do that.
Anyhow.
A lap a day keeps the dirt away.
To that, it was not the track or the prep or anything other than we had an enormous amount of rain and it was just bad judgment on my part. That's it. Moving on. To keep my bike clean, it's the Eagle Grit Power Sports Wash and the foam cannon. If you get those two together,
and those are
boom.
those are available too. The
Yes.
pressure washer foam cannon deal, Western is carrying those too, and I just sent them a shit ton. So
ordered up.
cool. So that's me, Joe. How about you, upper and downer? And you're not going to do that thing today because you're being feisty, and now I'm going to be feisty. But
Uh-oh.
you're not allowed to just say, "Yeah, it's all good and nothing bad." Like,
What do I got?
yeah, make something up.
So my, I think my upper would be. It's going to be my lady's birthday this coming week. So
Oh, nice.
we're going to be headed out of town. It'll be a good time.
Whoa! What
Where are
day?
we going?
Yeah, because I'm going out of town this weekend for my lady's birthday.
Nice. I don't
to
know.
Tahoe.
We haven't decided. You are? So we were thinking either Tahoe or the coast.
You're lying.
I'm not lying.
What day though? You have to work Monday.
No, I don't.
Please.
We haven't decided what day yet.
Can you please go to South Lake Sunday night? I'm going. We have a room. We're going for the night. We're just going to like rage for 24 hours.
Oh, yeah, we'll see. Not really a rager. And I know how you guys get down.
Yeah, like 2 beers. I'll be sleeping.
So I don't know.
Pumped to hang with you
no,
Sunday
we're
night
doing.
though. That'll be fun.
That would be fun.
So that's your upper. Sick. Happy birthday.
And I think my downer is. I know this is a motorsport, but this wide receiver for the Raiders. You know, Ruggs.
Oh yeah. Do you hear the
What an
details?
idiot.
Stupid asshole.
What an idiot.
Why would you do that? You're a
that's-
rich guy.
156 miles an hour.
100. Yeah, it's
So for those who
obviously-
don't know, he was driving really fast, drunk. He killed a lady and got a DUI, of course. I should have said former wide receiver
yeah. He got
to be
clipped
accurate.
immediately.
And,
It's a first round draft pick. This dude's a legit too.
like, why would you do that? And this is a thing that happens. It seems like it used to happen every year and then it kind of tapered off. And so now it doesn't happen quite as often, but it still does every season or two. A random athlete somewhere will do something mind-blowingly
like what?
stupid. And Ruggs did that. So he killed a person because he was driving drunk. And there it is. That's pretty much my downer.
Yeah, and I'll throw in, it's 2021. There's this sick thing. It's called Uber. Sick.
Yeah.
They come and get you.
Yeah.
And I know the fees are a little high right now, but if you're a first round draft pick in the NFL, you can afford the Uber. But does it seem to, I don't even want to go down that discussion, but it didn't seem to me like it was I needed a ride home thing. Homie was he was having a little too much fun. You're not going 156 mile an hour because you couldn't get an Uber. I think homeboy was wanting to live life on the edge, and he did. He blew it.
When you're that messed up, I won't get into it. I know what that feels like, what he was doing, and it sucks. Luckily, nothing catastrophic happened when I have been in that situation, but for him, something catastrophic did happen, and it's a major downer.
Yeah, that is a bummer.
And just on a side note, too, the Raiders' message about it was not even as harsh as it was for John Gruden's message that they sent out. But that's a side note I won't get into. Moving on. Dan, let's start with your downer first, because I want to end on an upper because it's the best upper ever.
Dude, I don't really have a downer.
Oh, here we go.
Not one that I could talk about.
Dang.
I mean, I've been really depressed lately. I've got a lot on my mind, a lot of stuff with work. I'll leave it at that. You guys could probably figure it out with what's going on right now. Yeah, that's about it. It's been on my mind heavy.
Okay, so
I need prayer. I need some prayers from the Motoheads.
All right, prayers to Toolman.
My upper
Okay.
is
your upper is something that
insane.
happened that you just, I mean, I don't even know. I mean, it is the coolest thing ever, but you are like crazy upper. So should we go backstory first?
Yeah.
So we've given away things. We've attempted to give away things on this show, but people forget.
Kurt Evans.
People forget. Yeah. And sorry to my buddy in Denver that I met this last weekend that I owe a gift card to that I'd never sent to. I'm busy. I forget stuff. Okay. And I apologize.
Hey,
for
you
that.
know what though? Nobody is upset. That's what's crazy, dude, is nobody's even mad.
Well, because it's like a t-shirt or something. Like, what are they going to be mad? Like, you son of a bitch, where's my t-shirt? You know what I mean? So but I get it. I feel bad. I got to be better.
We have a fix for that.
We do. So here's what happened. A certain amateur rider, young kid, I'll say his name. We'll start with the name. His name's Ryder Ellis. And if you know the amateur world and you kind of pay attention to that, you know who he is. He is phenomenal. Like, sick little Team Green rider. He's my son Evan's age. He's his friend. Just kid is pure filth. He's incredible. I'm friends with his dad, and his dad loves the show. He listens to Main Event Moto, loves it, loves you, Joe. He says, say hi. He loves you.
Yeah.
Loves Vincent. He loves everybody. He's just like, I love everybody. I love every show. They're all different. I love them all. And he came up to me a month or so ago and was like, I really like that you guys give stuff away. And I was wondering if it'd be okay if, like, I was to give you guys something to give away. Like, I kind of want to do something, like, special for somebody. And I'm like, yeah, of course. Like, we're down for that. And he goes, well, we're moving up to the 85s, and we have our KX65s. He's a Team Green kid. I got a KX65 here, and I could either just sell this thing, or I could give it to you guys, and maybe you guys could pass it on to like a kid that, maybe needs a bike, or just find someone that's really worthy of giving a bike. I'd like to donate that to you to give away. And I'm like, are you kidding me? Like, a motorcycle? I mean, it's one thing like, a helmet or something like that. That's cool. A motorcycle. And he literally gave me the bike, gave me the title, and said, give this to a kid and, make someone's day, and left it up to us to figure it out. I tell Dan freaks out for two reasons. Number one, because it's the coolest giveaway ever, a motorcycle. Number two, it's a Cowie. So obviously Dan flipped
I think
out.
I saw a tear.
Yeah, he cried. So to the Ellis family, first off, thank you. That is the raddest. I mean, I feel like we're going to give this away, but this is really them giving it away. Yeah. And it's just the raddest thing ever. So thank you guys so much for that. And if any of you are at the amateur races and see them, just give them a thumbs up. Tell them, don't make a big deal out of it. Just, hey, give them a thumbs up and say, hey, Dan, appreciate what you're doing, because it's rad. I mean, some kid is going to get this dirt bike by Christmas. Luckily, because Dan's doing it. If it was for me, it'd be next Christmas, Joe. It'd be 2023 Christmas, they'd get it. So
do you want me to...
Now you take over with what the plan is with this motorcycle.
So Daniel reached out and told me about this, and I was, like he said, I was super pumped about it. And I see a lot of kids at the track, and that have a lot of heart, a lot of will, maybe not have the best equipment, riding a piece of crap bike. And that to me, the light bulb went off in my head that we got to give this thing away, but not only give the bike away, but do something even above and beyond super cool. So, I reached out to all of our sponsors, all of our show sponsors, and I asked each one of them to donate something for the bike or whatever they could donate that would be relevant to this giveaway. So, for instance, I hit up Olmi Creations. I think you guys probably saw the graphics that I posted. They did a complete custom graphics, Main Event Moto graphics kit for the 65. They put all of our show sponsors on the graphics as well, so we can represent. Guts, Andy over at Guts and the Guts Sluts, they donated a seat cover. Ryan from No Toil is doing air filter with air filter cleaner and oil and chain lube. I know Mika's going to send some stuff. We got we're in the process of getting a hold of Fly Racing to get some gear for whoever wins this.
And that'll come after because obviously we don't know sizes yet, but that'll come later.
David over at Blinzall donated some bottles of Blinzall 2-stroke oil. So we wanted to get everybody involved.
And by the way, just to refresh, I don't know if I said or not, this is a brand new bike, Joe.
It's literally brand new. It does have a Pro Circuit pipe and silencer.
It's got a Pro Circuit pipe and silencer came on it, but it's brand new. It's
never been ridden.
It's brand spanking new.
So
it's amazing.
Daniel is going to get some Eagle Grit bike wash and a foam cannon out to the winter. I'm gonna build a custom toolbox to match the bike for the winter from DCMX and Tools.
Wow!
So we're gonna make this thing cool. Yeah. And so
hold on. The big question would be, well, how are you going to get it to the winter? I mean, is this kid going to be in NorCal? And the answer is no. We're opening this up to all listeners in the United States.
So that was
our Aussie friends. You're out on this one, guys.
Yeah, sorry. So that was what Daniel initially, okay, well, how do we do this locally?
Yeah, that was the first thought was, Joe, we got to find someone local, a couple states near. I mean, we got to get it to them, right?
Yeah.
Logistically wise, right? So
Dan went.
So I said,
next level, dude.
We can't do that because we have so many loyal Moto heads around the world, but in our country, in the United States, that I felt that we should open this up to. And so I reached out to Tim at Moto Shippers, and I explained to him. He did not know who we were. He of course knew who Daniel was from Supercross, but did not know who we were. I let him know what we do, that we really support the military, our police officers, first responders, things like that. We do what we do. And he said, you know what? I appreciate that very much. Thank you for the support. I was a retired military member myself, and I'm all in. I will ship the bike at no cost to anywhere in the continental U.S. So not to Hawaii, not to Alaska, but anywhere inside the 48 states. So Tim over at Moto Shippers, thank you so much for being able to open this up to all of our listeners. We would not have been able to do it without them. So this is what we want to do, guys. We want to open this up. Now, I took ownership of this contest and I created.
So it gets done.
So I created a email. The email is maineventmotocontest@gmail.com. And
maineventmotocontest@gmail.com.
Contest with no S.
Okay. Contest.
Okay.
maineventmotocontest@gmail.com.
Thank you.
Yeah, like that.
So we want to have everybody email us with the story,
a recommendation,
and it could be your own kid, it could be for somebody else. But guys, we want to make sure it's legit. For one,
don't play with our emotions.
Don't play with us.
We're going to open this up immediately.
Yeah,
so start sending them in, and here's what we want. We want legitimate recommendations for a kid to get this whole package for Christmas. That's the goal here, and it's going to be quick, hard. We're going to make this happen, though. We are going to read through all these emails. Joe's going to pick one. Dan's going to pick one. I'm going to pick one. So there'll be 3. We will read the 3 that we like the best on the next show. And then we're going to open it up to the Motoheads on Instagram to pick. And we aren't going to give the kid's name. We're just going to tell the story. Kid 1, kid 2, kid 3. And you guys are going to end up deciding which kid is going to get the bike and all the goodies shipped to him by Christmas.
So this is my vision. Is we'd like to have whoever wins to be under the Christmas tree for Christmas, because I think that would be the coolest thing to wake up to in the morning, to see a bike under the tree. So,
and by the way, I don't want little Johnny with 4 Cobras to get a KX65 for, you know what I mean? Like, this is like a kid that maybe has a beat up bike that don't run. Maybe his bike, I know, like, remember when the fires came through NorCal, a bunch of people had all their stuff burned.
Yeah.
Sell us on a kid that is worthy, that really has, that this is going to be like the best thing they've ever got in their life, not a kid who already has 5 bikes. You know what I mean?
Maybe a kid who Deegan would consider his dad a
You can't get enough of that video, huh? Is it? I think Joe's
It's just
watched
so
it.
obnoxious the way he says it. Like, are you really?
If for those of you who don't know what we're talking about, Gypsy Tales Instagram, just go through the scroll and find Bride. I find it hilarious. I laugh every time, Joe. Every time.
I mean, I laugh too, but more like you're, like
Laughing.
you laugh at us.
I laugh with,
stupid
you
asshole.
laugh at. Okay.
So tomorrow at some point, guys, I do have the bike in my position.
That was the biggest challenge.
I made Daniel bring it to me. So I have the bike. I'm going to put the graphics on. I'm going to dial it all in. I'll post up some pictures of the bike tomorrow. We'll announce this thing on our Instagram, so you'll see it there. You guys listening first thing Thursday morning, we'll already know about it. So start thinking about who your nomination is going to be. And man, I'm really excited about this.
Yeah, it's going to be cool. Coolest giveaway we've ever done. And again, thanks to the Ellis family.
That is so rad. I was
caught off guard. I was blown.
Yeah.
I was so caught off guard. I thought he was messing with me. So yeah. And by the way, if you're curious of how Ryder Ellis is as a rider, start paying attention, because kid is. You've heard me use the term freak show before on some of the current freak shows. Well, he's a little young one, dude, and he is way legit. So I'm very happy for them to do this. Very happy with them as friends. And again, I'm just blown away. So.
Give the kid a follow too.
Thank you guys.
At Ryder
for
Ellis
that.
877.
Yeah. Look him up, Ryder Ellis 877 on Instagram. And yeah, thank you to the Ellis family. So, Joe, there it is. Let's make it happen.
Boom.
And let's make it little kids.
Stoked for this,
Best
dude.
Christmas ever.
Very excited for this giveaway.
And then also, guys, moving forward, we're going to use the Main Event Moto contest email form for anything for Motosport gift cards.
Hey, there you
or
go, buddy. That's
whatever
a good
we're going to
idea.
do, and I'm going to try to relieve Daniel of
That's a good idea,
of his duties.
Thanks. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
I think that's the best call for everybody who partakes in our contest.
Sorry, Kurt.
Joe, when I think of Blenzol, I think of the smell, because it's so good. But that's not fair, because it's the quality of their products that really stands out. Go to blenzol.com and take a look at the catalog. 2-stroke, 4-stroke, they got everything that you need for your motorcycle, and it's top quality. I used to be in the oil industry. I know the difference between crappy oil and good oil. Blenzol.com has the best. Check them out. That's what the Motoheads run. Walk out in your garage, take a look at your bike. You know your graphics are roasted and you need a new set. That's why you go to Old Me Creations to freshen up. High quality, good looks. They are the choice of the Motoheads. That's why you need to put some Old Me Creations on your bike. Not everybody's like Toolman Dan and washes their bike more than they actually ride it. So your bike is probably hammered and it needs some Old Me Creations stat. Again, quality, style, they got you covered. That's why the Motoheads run Old Me Creations. Joe, I have an idea.
Yeah.
Screen printing done. We got to do their commercial, right?
Yes, we do.
Let's do a commercial / tease where we tease our new t-shirt coming out in March.
Ooh-wee.
But then also mention how Neil's the man and screenprintingdone.com is who does all of our stuff.
Right.
Isn't that kind of a good idea? Like a
think it is.
commercial / tease right there?
Yeah.
Well, Neil is the man. You go to screenprintingdone.com if you want to get something custom done like we do. And of course, when March hits, you get that Main Event Moto t-shirt done by Neil at screenprintingdone.com.
Yeah.
So can you turn this into the commercial?
I think we can.
What do you got to do it?
I think we just did.
If you're a true Motohead, then motosport.com is your only choice when it comes to OEM or aftermarket parts for your bike. And when it comes to servicing your bike or giving it the punch you need to perform, it's EMT Racing. With motosport.com, you can get everything you need for your bike with great pricing and ridiculous speed on shipping. And with EMT, it's simple. Take your bike to the experts.
2020 is the year EMT takes over the performance world. If you don't know, now you know.
Your Bat Bros choose motosport.com and EMT Racing, and you should too. I love when NorCal companies take the world by storm. Guts Racing seat covers and no-toil filters are made right here at home, but their products travel the country and world on some of the baddest dudes' bikes in pro racing.
Who runs Guts?
Too many factory teams to list, Joe.
Who runs No Toil?
Well, it's the only filter Chad Reed will run. Guts and No Toil make only the best. So visit gutsracing.com and notoil.com and step up your game, Motoheads. Joe, you ever heard the saying, happy wife, happy life?
Oh, yeah.
My wife is stoked because I got her some CBD from Uintah Health. That's uintahhealth.com. Now check it out. 100% made in the USA. The hemp is grown on the family farm. There's no pesticides. It's THC free. Everything is 25% off on the website. Third-party lab tested. These guys crush it, and they are now part of Main Event Moto. So go to uintahealth.com. That's UINTAH health.com and get some CBD. I'm a believer. I tested it. I tried it. I believe. Motoheads, give it a shot. uintahealth.com.
Main Event Moto Podcast.
Make sure you all keep tabs on what we got going on over on the Instagram page too. Told you guys there'd be some changes, some updates, some additions, and most of that news will come through the Instagram. So make sure if you're not following us there, do that so you know what's up as soon as we announce.
Yeah, and then
things that are
also,
coming.
if you guys can, once I post the bike giveaway on Instagram, if you guys could share the hell out of that, that would be awesome.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. That'd be good too. Yeah, do that. All right, Joe. We're going to get into these Scott USA prospect listener questions. The goggles of choice in the mud when you're needing a good result and you want to make sure you can see right, and maybe the brand that you're with, you don't feel like they're going to be able to do that. So you seek out another goggle, a prospect, and you try to pull it off and hope no one will notice. And then they do, and then podcast just won't let it go.
I will say that I tried some prospects at night.
Yeah.
And they were much better for me.
That's good.
Yeah.
I gave you a couple prospects.
You did, and I like them.
All right. Let's do it.
Scott USA and the Prospect Goggle. The goggle choice for those in contract with other brands.
Who's this nerd with Jim Hawley?
It's Andy Boyer. Don't say that.
I'm just
Why would you
teasing.
say that?
I'm
You don't
just
even
kidding.
know him.
Just kidding.
You know what's funny is my buddy Tom McKinney. He's like 65, 64. God, he's probably going to kill me if he's listening to. He's in his 60s. He's in super, super good shape. Very good rider. But he went down and raced a race down in SoCal, and Hollywood. Uncle Jimmy was there, and he raced Jim. And he said that Jim Hawley went around him. And Tom's fast, dude, for his age. Jim went around him like he was standing still, and he said it looked like Jimmy wasn't even right, like even trying.
Jim don't play. He raced Futures a couple years ago, amateur day, and was gnarly. Almost got hurt. He was going for it. Uncle Jim ain't scared.
He's cool. He's a good dude.
All right, Joe, you are in control of the LQs. Dan, let's make these quick. It is late on a Wednesday night, and I don't want to be. Well, actually, if I'm being honest with you,
are we going to upset by anybody by not doing a long enough show?
Oh, don't be mean to him, Dan.
I'm not.
I feel bad.
I mean, I'm genuinely concerned that
you're being a jerk.
Okay.
Don't be a jerk. I don't want to even relive that. I want to move on. Heart just finally healed, and then you re-brought it up. It was re-broken. All right. Joe, let it rip.
Canada Jeff with the whole shot, dude. GP
Jeff.
Moto Canada Jeff says, how horny are we tonight?
I'm pretty horny.
We know.
Dude,
Because
Canada
of that comment you made off air.
Canada Jeff
Weirdo.
sent me a 18-pack of Coors Light
Wow.
this week. Came all the way
Why?
from Canada.
Why would you send an 18-pack of Coors Light?
Well, he said he's like, dude, I got to start sending you guys gift cards for the beer because it's more expensive to ship the beer than what the beer's worth.
Totally.
Why have I not gotten any beer? Why is he sending you stuff?
I don't know.
What the hell happened?
Canada Jeff's got love.
Because I packaged
All
up
right,
his
well,
shirts
Canada
and
Jeff,
stuff.
why don't you come on down and you, Joe, and Dan can walk over to Cream together and get donuts.
Canada Jeff isn't a black woman, Daniel.
Why am I just getting outed, or not outed, but just clipped from
Become a
things?
woman
Hey,
of color. We'll take you to
got
Cream.
your nice cup and your mask from Buy Motofab.
Oh yeah, I got a mug with a picture of me on it eating a popsicle. What the hell?
Shout out by Motofab.
I mean, I don't even know what to do with this thing. It's like kind of cool, but like not. What are you laughing at? All right.
Next
What do you
question,
say?
boys.
Oh, yeah. Horny. What?
Oh, yeah, the horniness.
Yeah.
What's your
Are you-
scale?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Between, never mind.
I bet Vinny would be lifting up this table right now.
Oh, boy.
After last night. Never mind.
If only.
All right. Next one.
Matt Junkman. Matt Junkman says, what happened to Monster Energy Cup?
Ooh. COVID got it, dude. I mean, I think it'll be back next year. I haven't heard that it is or isn't, but I would assume, I think it was a super successful race. So I'll just throw a guess out. I think it'll be back next year. Just a guess.
Hopefully they do it somewhere else and not in California.
Well, they can't do it in Vegas no more. I think that stadium got blown up. I think. Did they ever?
No, it's still standing.
Sam Boyd, they never blew it up?
No,
They're
it's
supposed to.
still standing.
Oh, maybe
I
I'll
think
go back
they should
there.
go back there because I ain't going to the new one.
Ooh.
We'll be allowed to.
I know.
Next one, Joe.
Imagine building a brand new shiny stadium like that and then putting dirt in it. Like,
Oh, that's Golden One.
Imagine building
No, hold on, Dan. Golden One Center in downtown Sac where the Kings play, like one of the baddest arenas in the country.
It's pretty nice.
So incredible. They ran an arena cross there the first year, and I remember being there, and the look on the eyeballs of all the people walking around with their collared shirts on, like probably like management, was what?
Yeah.
And it never came back.
Imagine building the most beautiful stadium in the world
Here it comes.
Okay.
and then not being able to get in because you don't have.
All right, just go to the next one before Dan.
Davey Shaw, 14.
Flips out.
He's a local homie.
Oh yeah, I got another upper, Joe. Why is there a big old Happy Gilmore check with your name on it over on that couch?
God.
What is that?
Don't bring that
And
up.
that is my new upper.
That's just your boy doing
Now
what
I'm
he
at 10 out
did.
of
I
10.
love that.
Now I'm
It's just
at-
your boy
now I'm
doing
at
what he
10.
do. Now you're at a 10.
Now I'm at a 10. Did Nick give you that?
Well, if you're at a 10, I'm at an 11.
Hey, speaking of Nick, when are we going to get Nick back on here?
I don't know, man. Some point.
All right, next one.
Davey Shaw, 14. You guys know Davey.
Yep.
Yeah, he's a good dude.
Davey said, oh, man, I'm still looking forward to that main event moto ride day. Where we at on that, Toolman Dan?
We are trying to get that together. The challenging part right now is going to be just the weather.
Yeah, it's starting to get
So kind of play that one very.
We'll
by
figure it
ear.
out.
Yeah,
We'll
we're
do
working
something.
on something though.
Yeah. Everyone's life needs to settle down. We're all going through some shit right now. So soon.
Samson Hartan 417. How's that for a name, dude? Samson Hartan.
I'm just happy Vincent's not here.
Dude, you guys, the guy that all that happened with, he's from another country.
The Deutschman.
Yeah, dude,
Yeah.
super cool.
Oh, by the way,
Super cool
Super
guy.
cool dude.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he gets
By the way,
it.
He's as American as you get.
and
He
for
gets
being-
you know how stupid I felt after? It's not a moose, it's a reindeer. Christoph didn't have a moose. He had a reindeer.
Oh, is that why you felt stupid?
Yeah. I said it was a moose. I thought it was a moose. It was a reindeer the whole time. There's a freaking song about him being a reindeer.
Oh, well. Samson says, boys, can we all agree that Anderson is looking good on that cowie?
Oh, yes,
Heard from
we
somebody
can.
that saw him in person that said the exact opposite and said he looked like horrible
So
in person.
I will say this: when he was first on the bike, the first videos that we saw, I thought to myself, dude, he looks sick, like so sick on the bike. And then the most recent video I saw,
The one where he was screwing with everybody about the big crash that never happened.
might have been that one, and maybe even one before that.
He hyped it up in his Joey. I think you'll
Yeah, it was just a
appreciate
little-
this. He had a video and it was like, "Dude, gnarly crash. I'm just glad I'm okay," or something like that. I watched the whole video, and at the very end, he washed out. He didn't even crash, and all the comments were like, "Dude, so gnarly. Glad you're okay." It was just
It was a little tip over.
He just fell over. It was just to get people to watch the whole video for nothing.
Jeez.
I was a little underwhelmed.
So you were expecting something like Dungy murdering Stewart.
Yeah,
But
I was thinking something gnarly. I mean,
just-
it was nothing. He
nothing.
was just messing with everybody. So.
I think he is going to be sick though, because my first impression that I got from him when we first saw the videos, he was badass. So I know
he
it's
could be
there.
40th in times, and you'll believe in him because he's on a cowie. Next,
So that's going to be a sick team.
Kurt Evans 4T, the man who hasn't received his prized possession from us yet, said, Kurt's on the same page as we are, boys. He says, can't wait for the Filthy Phil versus Vince Freesy fireworks.
oh, he said that.
Yeah, he did.
I'll send your shirt tomorrow. That's sick. We are like-minded, my
Kurt,
friend.
do not hold your breath.
Yeah.
Jason Manus, 39, says, what do we have to do to get a full Supercross motocross streaming service which allows you to watch any night show of any year?
Ooh.
Yeah, that's what kind of sucks with this new one that the Peacock. You can't even watch the reruns anymore from
They're not on
from
there?
this last year. No.
Oh, crap. That sucks.
And then there's some comments underneath this question bringing up that's what YouTube's for and blah, 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 which I understand because that's how we watch them here. But it would be pretty nice if you could go to a streaming service and just go back through the back catalog of all the races and the show, the whole deal.
Yeah, that seems like a big project, but I understand why there'd be value to that. I don't know the details on how all that works, but
let's not talk about it anymore because we're probably going to make a website tonight and start to dive into how to do that.
Oh, yeah. Get the domain name quick, Joe.
Dude, I can't wait until
what
we
was
get
the
our
one? What did
goggles.
we do?
Heads Up Moto.
Heads Up Moto.
Somebody owns that.
Yeah, I know. That guy's cool.
Yeah.
You guys
They don't own maineventmoto.com, but they own Heads Up Moto.
Yeah. Next one.
Might have to change our name. Black Sheep 356. For a new test format, how about knockout qualifying or bracket racing, but with full gate? Instead of top guys going straight to main, they only move to semis and LCQ, and the guys in last are sent home.
See, okay, I got to stop you right there. All of these ideas fire me up in a good way. I'm weird. I want all kinds of weird stuff. But we shouldn't even waste 1 second because it's not going to happen. You guys, Triple Crowns are back this year. Showdowns are back. Which one?
Arlington. I looked it up today. It's a Triple Crown.
Nice.
Yeah. I love all those weird ideas. I wish you could take a magic wand and make shit weird.
Yeah, we do. We love all that kind of weird schedule shit.
There's no point in even
format.
talking about it because it doesn't.
So I won't continue with Black Sheep's question, but then Jeffro725 leaves the comment underneath it and said they actually did that format in the 80s. He says not sure why they changed.
I don't remember that. I was too busy being a kid.
You're too busy pimping them hoes.
Too busy pimping back then to have time for that. So I love all those weird ideas. The weirder, the better. Man, if it was me at Gator Pits, it'd be all kinds of weird shit.
Powerhouse MX Media says, not a question, but just remember the name Brad West. He's a young Aussie kid who can shred a dirt.
Tell me about Brad West, Dan.
He's from Australia.
Yep.
He was a pro circuit kid until I bought his bike.
The bike that's on Vital's Instagram right now?
Yeah.
Cool. Glad you teamed up with Vital. Sick.
He won Cal Classic this weekend.
Did he?
Yes, he did.
In what class?
Open Pro Sport.
Oh.
He put a spanking on everybody. Big names.
Be careful with the word spanking. I know the details of that.
He's got
there was another
plate.
really fast rider that had some issues.
Yeah, hey.
That's fine. No, but I've heard good things about this kid from different people that don't even know each other. So yeah,
cool story.
Eyes are on him.
Yeah.
Eyes are on him.
Yep.
And I heard a lot of people's eyes are on him. So it's good. I heard he's good.
Harptar says, Daniel, do you know there are a bunch of rap songs mixed in with your main event songs on Amazon Music?
Yeah, I'm gonna Jay and Silent Bob this dude when I find him.
Are you getting into the rap game? What is he talking about?
If you go on Spotify and type in main event, and that's our band name, and like press shuffle, whatever, there is a rapper named Main Event, and in the loop, his stuff comes in all the time. So it's like us and him, and no, it's not me. But like I said, some guy has the same name, and it ends up in the shuffle.
Is it anything like the number one song on the iTunes chart up until like Adele finally passed him?
Oh, Adele finally got it back?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Motoheads. Listen, no, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, but anyways, yes, I do know that exists, and it's
some of the best days of my life, bro.
What's that?
Main event.
Oh, Joe, I want to talk to you about this too. I'll just ask you in the air. I want to do a show with you, me, and Vincent, and just talk purely just the band stuff and all the fun stuff we did for like that 3 or 4 months.
That'd be cool.
And then just side
episode. Something we should do on the off season next year.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I would do more shows if we were just talking about regular life stuff like that. I'm not really into it right now, all y'all, because nothing's going on. There's nothing to preview or cover. We're over 2 months away from round one.
They get it.
I know.
They get it. The one occasional letter from some random is not worth. Shorty93Y says, when is podcast going to drop? Shorty, it's dropped just now, buddy.
Yeah, as you listen to this, it came out.
Chris Koshan says, how many podiums this year will Red Bull KTM sweep?
I'm going to say none.
I mean, it's totally possible. I mean, last year it went, Marvin and Cooper went 1-2, 2-1 at the last two. So all you need is an AP on there. I mean, it's possible, but I would say odds 0, but let's say maybe it gets one. Maybe they get one. And if it does, who is that?
That was Chris Cochan.
I'll send you something if it happens. Hey, no, if it does happen, though, I want you to DM Dan, and I will send you something. I'll give it to Dan to send to you, something super cool. If that guy, because that guy called, I mean, that's pretty cool if it happens. So if it happens, you win something.
But you're saying no podium seats.
I would wager none, but I could see it. It could happen.
TMD?
I say none.
I'm going to say none, too. Riley M272 says, this might be the gift card question right here. Riley M272. If Jamal Schatz was a person, what team would he ride for?
So if a guy
doesn't have to be a current
Jamal
doesn't have to be a
Schatz.
current team, is what he says.
Jamal Schatz.
Jamal Schatz coming in first.
Moto Triple X team.
Jamal Schatz takes the podium.
Moto Triple X.
I was going to say RCH.
Yeah.
That's
early.
a good one.
Before it was RCH, when it was Hart and Huntington.
Yeah.
I'd go Hart and Huntington, Jamal Schatz for the win.
I think that's a pretty decent
It
question,
is.
Riley.
Write him down and consider him.
Native Intellect, who does better stoppies, Jet or Levi?
Well, I don't know. They're both talking trash to each other. I know Jet went over the bars yesterday doing a long nose wheelie. So, I think he went over the bars pretty good.
Really?
He's not hurt. He got right up and he was pissed, but he's been working on him. And him and Levi Kitchen have been talking trash back and forth. But I think they're both doing them pretty good.
I don't know. I think Jet.
Nobody will touch K-Dub ever in that. Not even Jet.
I missed the K-Dub transfers, dude.
K-Dub's the best.
Did you ever experience that?
I don't think so.
Yeah, he was late to the Wyndham.
You got to look
stuff.
up some videos on YouTube of the
Kevin Wyndham opening ceremonies.
Yeah, incredible.
Yeah, I think they used to design the tracks just around his opening ceremonies. I'm not kidding.
Wow.
Hey, let's change this whole rhythm section so Kevin can jump this hole straight away. Next one.
I'll get right on that. I found Travis 228's.
Did you just laugh at your own joke? Because you know you're not going to look it up.
We all know Dan's unconditional love for AC, but realistically, what can we expect from him this season? And if he were to have another 2020, how patient will Cowie be?
I already answered his question. I couldn't help myself.
Dan responded
Oh, my God.
to I found Travis 228 and said, wins the championship.
You really believe that?
I do.
I'll bet. How much you want to bet?
You can't possibly actually believe that, TMD.
No, I really do.
Oh, I'm going to have to. I have to break you right now on the show. There's no way I can put up with this, Dan.
Break him!
Joe.
Dude,
Listen, Dan, I get it, but you need to give me one legitimate reason to believe that is possible, that he will take the leap and win the title. Give me one reason why that's possible.
he's the fastest guy.
And what's that done for him?
Well, when you're fast,
How many
and
podiums has he had?
hold on, when you're fast and you can't feel your hands and your arm, that's an issue.
He does now. He can feel his hands and arm.
That's what he's. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh. He was doctor.
No, but I've heard.
I've heard some stuff.
There's another question that piggybacks on that from Hayden Ferguson 327 saying, how many blowies is TMD going to give AC pre-race?
I'm not.
17.
Over
not
under
yet.
9.5.
17.
See you boys at KREAM.
Is that the show title? See you at Cream?
Maybe just
It has to be.
KREAM. KREAM.
Okay.
I don't know how you could sit here and say he is not a title contender.
I mean, I would say it'd be a hard sell for me to put him in the top 5 in points.
God, are you kidding me?
No, I mean, I don't understand. I mean, I'm probably being a little harsh there, but realistically, he's never, ever, ever been able to put together a season ever on a 450. He's never won a race, and now he's going to take a leap and be like the most solid. You have to be a rock to win the title. He's going to be the most solid.
Figured out. Look at Ricky. Look at Ricky's first Supercross season. It was a disaster. They eventually always figured out, dude. And
Joe's got his pen out, which means it's time to put some stuff on that paper.
AC
Joe, what are you
has
doing?
talent.
Just taking some notes, Daddy.
Just to
Okay, who has better results, AC or Jason Anderson?
next year,
Yeah.
both battling around 5th.
Jesus Christ.
The old chuckle, the old
There's no way.
Let's get some money on the line, boys.
$100.
Motoheads.
$100 seems good.
Yeah.
Put up a poll. Actually, let's do
Anderson
this.
versus AC?
No. We're going to do a poll on Main Event Moto Instagram. Dan, I want you to write this down word for word.
Write it down, Joe.
Don't cheat it because you'll play around with this. I want you to put what is most likely for AC. Option 1 is outside of the top 5 in championship. Option 2 is champion. And I want to see what the fans actually think is more likely, okay? Because I could make the argument that he could get up to 3, 4, 5 if he's solid. But dude, look at his 2 years.
I will.
Look at Dan saying, I want to know, outside the top 5.
I already know what everybody's going to say.
Sixth or worse,
Everybody
or
thinks
champion.
I'm crazy. And when you guys all get proven wrong,
I hope we do, TMD.
I hope we do.
I hope we do,
Hey,
honestly.
on a personal level, I would love to see that. It would be good for the sport. It'd be great for him as a person. But for someone like me who takes big leaps and is learning to not do that as much, you're crazy.
TMD.
That's coming from me who
Consider
says,
yourself broke.
Dude,
Yeah.
Daniel broke that ass.
I didn't even do it because I felt bad because I felt like to break him out, I had to trash
It's
him.
okay.
And I
All
like
right.
to see.
KG Money 301 says, how often will we hear Let's Go Brandon in the stadiums?
a lot.
Will Brandon
I would
Heartthrob
say-
think the chant is for him? I think he's
he
gonna-
did. He's
like,
he
they're
already-
already saying Let's Go Brandon.
Yeah, he already
For me.
has shirts on his Instagram.
Dude,
Let's go, Brandon.
It was
shirts.
funny. Remember I said
Every
something?
Brandon should have shirts on their Instagram.
Yeah, if you're listening
Yeah.
to this and your name's Brandon and you don't have your own shirt with your name on it, you're blowing it.
You blew it.
You blew it. Next one.
Hey, I'll give you $5,000 cash if you say let's go, Brandon.
On live TV,
Yes.
I'll do it at the last round. It'll be my last round.
No, I know what he's gonna do. He's gonna be like, Heart Raft's gonna be like up there and he's gonna be, let's go, Brandon.
I mean,
Just
dude,
like
you'd have to really make specific rules for this because if you're going to make it that vague, you damn well believe I'm
Hey,
going to
has
stay.
that-
Okay.
has that-
you don't have hair on your balls if you don't do it at some extent. Period. You're not a man if you
I
don't
don't.
do it at some
See, Dan,
extent.
Joe, have you noticed in the group text that Dan keeps coming out? He wants this things just to pop off so bad. Do you realize, Dan, the girl who did that,
I
who
don't-
she works for,
Yeah.
and who I work for? I'm
do.
not
So
playing ball,
Has she
bro.
has she addressed it? Have you heard her
I have
say
no idea.
anything publicly?
Just trying to stay away from it. And the only time it ever gets brought up is on this damn show.
I'm honestly
with you and Vincent.
I'm honestly just curious what her thoughts on the whole thing are. And like how she feels about it.
I don't know. And I want
Because
to
it really turned into a movement.
Oh, I mean, it's more than
It's more than a
it's
movement.
insane.
I was trying to give you an out, Daddy, but we can keep talking about it if you want.
No, it's just what's happened is insane. And so, Dan, you just.
Dude, we have to talk about it. I mean, that's just
Oh, and by the way,
the Motoheads will be
hold
disappointed.
on. By the way, nobody. Oh no, someone did. One person. Remember, I said, Joe, there's something on TV. First Red Bull straight.
Oh,
rhythm.
yeah, did somebody find it?
One person got it right.
Yeah.
That's cool.
I think
And
you
that
owe him
is-
something, right?
Probably owe you something, bro.
Probably do.
My bad.
Send them something.
You ain't getting it. But for those of you who are like, what was it? The girl who did that was the pit reporter at the very first straight rhythm in down south. She was she comes from our background, y'all. She came from straight bull or straight rhythm.
But Joe, do you think that we hear that chant?
Of course,
it's
yeah.
gonna happen.
Anytime there's anybody with even it doesn't have to be
Put
the
it
name
this way.
Brandon. It could be the name Grandin, whatever.
Hey, put it this way. I've already
Gotta say
decided
it.
I will not do any reporting on camera anywhere near the outskirts of the stadium. I will be in the dead center of that stadium. If I ever do any reporting this year, will be in the dead center because I will not be near the fans because I already know
Pussy.
what they're going to do and what y'all are going to do. And I'm not even going to.
What a biggity.
I'm not going to be around it. I'm going to be in the dead center.
That's-
Y'all going to see me
that's such a
at round one.
pre-planned
They're like,
biggity
why is
move."
Daniel doing all of his pre-race reports from the dead center of the stadium around no fans? Because I don't trust y'all. That's why. I know you all. I know you. I don't want nothing to do with you all. Next one, Joe.
A-Rod, Anthony Rodriguez, 209, who's actually not from the 209, I found out, but hey, still fun to say.
Ooh, next episode is 209.
Ooh, yeah, the next episode's for you, A-Rod. He says,
I was thinking more of our area code
oh, okay, well, we'll dedicate it to a couple people.
and A-Rod. Okay.
He says, what's your guys' most shocking moment watching a motocross, supercross race live in person or in TV? His is watching Anderson get landed on at the Motocross Donations, which is probably mine too.
I would say
that was early on in my career as a fan, and that was devastating. In fact, that episode is in our vault, and if you were to listen to that episode of that race, it was me, you, and Hobo. It is brutal.
Oh,
because we watched it live, huh?
Kamikaze.
We did that race live.
Yeah, and we were drinking heavily. It is a brutal listen.
Oh, man, I forgot. And yeah, that had to have been one of the... Oh, that was brutal. I would say...
That was so gnarly. That was epic, dude.
The McAdoo stuff last year for me was pretty gnarly, being there and being like right there when it happened. That one for me was like, what the hell is going on tonight? Like, is this real?
Like some badass hits, badass crashes.
Like
TMD, what do you got?
You guys are going to laugh. This was on Washougal. It was on Peacock. Or it was either Peacock or Gold Pass. And it was... Never mind. I'm not even going to go there. Mine would probably be the McAdoo thing. That was pretty
most
wild.
recent I could think of would be McAdoo.
Remind me to tell you about that.
I want to hear where you were going, TMD. You have a sparkle in your eye.
Yeah, and also the Ferrandis attempted murder on Christian Craig.
Oh yeah,
that would be another one where I was just like couldn't believe.
Yeah, that
happened.
was amazing.
I was like in shock. And that was before I had to interview the 250 class. I wasn't doing that yet. I did that the next year. So I didn't have to interview him that night, which I'm glad because I was
Me too.
Yeah.
You would have pussed out.
I would have for sure. I'm
Mr. Middle of the Arena.
I am dead center. Y'all see it, Anaheim one. I'll be dead center.
This isn't a question, but we got to give a shout out to our boy, homeboy Haley, Captain Gingerbeard 90 down in Australia. He's dealing with some stuff right now, and I want to just give a special, quick little shout out to Haley.
Oh yeah, bro.
I don't even know what to say.
In Australia, he's handling some business, and he's experienced some things that are just not even related to COVID, but just insane. Anyway,
prayers are with you, brother.
Stay up, Playboy. He says, I'm so excited for Supercross. More winners than ever this year. I think the battles are going to be next level in both classes.
Hard to disagree. Everybody seems to be going to be better and in a better position. I don't know. Every year feels like it's going to be the best one ever, and then it's kind of been lately. I feel like they've all been really good. Like I don't feel like we've had a letdown season in a long time.
What is your biggest question mark of this season? Like one rider, like what's your question mark for that one specific person?
Two people. Cooper Webb's ability to get a brand new bike ready to race when there's tension in the pit, and the Lawrence brothers' ability to develop a brand new 250. Because you got to think about it, they came onto the Geico team where the bike was already halfway developed, and then it fine-tuned itself. But dude, you had Christian Craig, Jeremy Martin. There's a lot of older riders around that helped get that bike right.
Yeah.
Then they went to factory Honda and they put the final touches on it. And I think they're leaving a really good bike for a brand new bike that's probably got a lot of potential. But you're talking about two young guys developing a brand new motorcycle themselves. And my biggest question mark is, can those two situations work themselves out in the offseason and be ready for round one? Or are we going to be talking about Cooper Webb's bike setup and the Lawrence brothers' bike setup? Because they have new motorcycles, and there is reason to argue that it might be more difficult than they think. That's as clean as I can make that answer without revealing.
Joe, do you have one?
Thoughts?
No.
Mine's Faulkner.
Of course.
I mean, yeah.
What about him?
Dude, it's sink or swim. Like, is he gonna sink or swim? That's my question. That's what I want.
By the way, I'm hearing I'm hearing that the West Coast next year could be Jet Lawrence, Christian Craig, Justin Cooper, Austin Faulkner, and Joe Shimoda, which to me is filthy top five. Like, and Shimoda, everyone's like, oh yeah, no. Shimoda.
Dude, I heard Shimoda is flying.
Yeah, and he is a rock of consistency. He could be the big surprise next year as far as like break out and be like, oh, he's pretty good. Oh, he's really, really good. But those five, if they're all up on the West together with Phil and Vince. Oh.
So his mechanic, Matty G, is a friend of mine. And I posted something on Instagram that said, I think Joe's going to get, he'll get two wins this year. And which I think is reasonable because he got one last year, right? If he gets another one, I think it's reasonable.
Yeah, he got one last year.
Matty G told me I'm
never
high
forget.
if I think he's only going to get 2.
I'll never forget his first win.
Yeah.
You know why?
Yeah, you were in the booth that night.
Yeah. What about that, Joe?
Oh, yeah.
First night in the booth. Japanese rider in the 250 class.
Yeah.
French rider wins the 450 class, dude. Just
Well, then maybe he's going to get multiple wins this year then.
maybe a few. Be rad. All right, next one.
Alex L. Ding says, anyone in the 250 class that can take on Vince Freese in a fist fight?
You know what's weird? I actually heard he's like got experience in, I don't know, UFC
Muay Thai.
or something. I actually heard like he can fight.
He probably had to learn. Fight off all those dads.
How come he didn't?
Hey,
how come he didn't retaliate then?
Hey, when you are a weapon,
His hands are lethal weapons, Dan.
When you are a weapon, you don't just go around using it, dude. That's why.
He's got to register those babies.
Yeah. So no, I actually heard he can fight, which that makes it even cooler to me if he can. Next one, Joe. Let's do 3 more and let's make them less than a minute each. I have to piss. Let's go.
Oh, this is a pretty decent one here. I feel like we haven't covered. 3 Monkey 250F says, what team do you believe will do the best in 22?
That's tough.
450 class, Honda. 250 class, Star. Yeah. Honda 450, Star 250. Dan? How about you can't say either Cowie one? Go choose your second favorite.
I was actually going to be fair.
Yeah.
Okay, then I'll go Honda 450 and I'm going to go Honda 250. I think Jet dude is going to be tough to beat.
I think so too. Again, if they get the bike right, they have 2 months. 2 months to get a brand new motorcycle race ready, and you have a kid trying to figure that out.
Yeah, but isn't Trey test riding that bike still?
Nope. Not the 250. Move on, Joe. I will set it on in a minute.
Left 285 says, when will you finally get producer Joe, Toolman Dan, and Vincent to an enduro cross race?
I've been to one.
They're really cool. In fact, Joe, you're going to love this. At the last round last weekend in Denver, the intermediate amateur class came down to the final race of the night for the championship. There's these 2 guys, this Nathan Rector and Coleman Johnson. They were 3 points apart. The winner, the way endurocross points work, it's a little different. The winner wins the title. On the last lap, they took each other out twice. Like T-bone to the ground, both of them. Both picked their bike up at the same time, and 2 corners later took each other out again and fell in the last corner. Both picked their bike up, and one of them crossed the finish line and got the title.
Who was it? Who won?
Nathan Rector.
Wow.
Dude, they T-boned each other twice on the last lap for the title, and both went down both times. It was
insane. And maybe I'm oblivious to it, but you know what seems like it's growing is the GNCC series as well.
I think it's always been big. I think people are starting to recognize it.
Well, I think you have
been
like bigger names or more familiar names to us that are racing it, and maybe that's what it is, but looks pretty gnarly.
I think the last round they just did at Ironman, I heard was psychotic.
Is that the muddy one? That was gnarly? Yeah.
Last one, Joe.
So we had several about this, but I'll just give the credit to Fraser 0208. He says, how is Evan doing? Is he itching to get back on the bike or wanting to take it slow?
Not to bum you all out here, but I'll just be honest with you. He doesn't want to ride at all anymore at all. I've already sold 2 bikes. I got 1 to go. And he said that he's pretty excited at the idea of maybe getting a pit bike. He said if me and him had pit bikes, he would love to just ride for fun and maybe, make a little track near our house and ride. But he actually has twice now come up to me and pretty emotionally and said he just can't stop thinking about the crash and he doesn't like the idea of riding anymore at all. So, and in reality, 11 years old, come over a jump, and there's a bike laying there, and knock yourself out and wake up with a broken femur. I don't even know if I could blame him. Again, I got hurt in my 20s, Joe, so it was a job for me still. Like I had to just work through it. But 11 years old, if that would have happened to me, I don't know if I would ever rode again either. As much as I loved it, it was really dramatic for him. So I think it'll change. It'll come around, whatever. But at this very moment, we're at a place where he says he doesn't want to ride anymore at all. He really doesn't have an interest in it.
There's always the chicks factor. Once the chicks come into play, sometimes perspectives change.
Yeah, and all moto dudes, bunch of nerds always pull hot chicks. So as soon as he sees like one of his nerdy moto friends with a hot girlfriend, he's gonna be like, "Hey, Dad, what do you think about firing this shit back up again?
Yeah.
I'm gonna get a chick."
Possibly.
So, all right, good show. Dan, parting words before I list the sponsors.
Yeah, share the hell out of the KX65 giveaway, and we want to make that as successful as possible.
Joe, watch this video right here.
Let's get it
watch
to
this video.
a rad kid.
Hold on. Watch this video.
What are we watching here?
You're about to watch the... Oh, never mind. Not the video I thought of.
Oh.
I mean, that's cool. Kid looped out. Oh, no, I thought it was a different crash. All right, Fly Racing. You guys are the best. Mika Metals, motorsport.com. Who's the gift card?
That was Riley M272.
Okay. Hit up Dan.
Main
Scott,
event moto contest.
Yeah, hit that email. Scott USA, No Toil, Guts Racing, EMT Racing. Ooh, EMT. I wish they would have let me drop the news. He told me I can't till next show. Blenzall, ScreenPrintingDone.com, All American Chevy of Killeen, Olney Creations, DRS Suspension with Race Tech, Uintah. What, Dan?
I have one more thing.
What?
Nut Up Industries is getting out of business. They're gone.
Really?
Yes.
Oh.
So just want to thank those guys for all the support that they gave to the sport.
Supercross for our pod.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I wish you guys all the best. Billy over there, he's a good dude.
Didn't know. Oh yeah.
All those guys are
What's up,
good.
Billy. I didn't know that, Joe. That's. I think I might have a tear. I didn't know that. They were part of this show.
That's a bummer,
Yep.
man.
Huh. All right. Joe, parting words from you. Tahoe, Sunday night?
Hell yeah, brother.
Dude, for real. Like, let's make this happen.
Harrah's, I'll see you there.
That's not where we're staying, but okay, we'll party there. All right, good show, y'all. 208 is done, and we'll be back in probably sooner than the last one because we gotta read these emails and get this kid his bike by Christmas. So we'll make it quick.
Yeah.
Couple weeks later.
Main event motor. Screw it. You know it by now.